Good Thanksgiving morning to you guys. This is Rusty 78609 coming live from Central Texas, USA, turning right on County Road 118, headed to Burnett, Texas to have Thanksgiving dinner, lunch for some of you folks, with my son and grandson. But anyway, on the way there, trailer for sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cents. Anyway, I'm going to talk about, on the way there, about boondocking, dry camping, off-grid living, power needs versus power wants. Okay? Because I'm planning on doing some of that boondocking again in my travel trailer here pretty soon. Believe it or not, it's already nearly the end of November, guys. So having said that, this is a pretty smooth road, and be that as it may, I have had a Honda generator. I've had two of them. I had a 1000i and a 2000i back when, several years ago, when I was pulling a travel trailer everywhere and living in it everywhere, and it worked great. The 2000i would power a window AC okay. But my point is in this video to explain to you that that was a want. Well, back then it was a need because I really wasn't traveling all that much. Some of that was actually for work purposes. Anyway, now for those of you that are retired, you can travel to places where the climate is good enough. You don't need an AC. You follow me? In other words, you can go to those elevations in the spring and summer and fall that, you know, where the weather suits your clothes, so to speak, and you don't need an air conditioner. And if you don't need an air conditioner, I can assure you that your power needs for dry camping, boondocking, off-grid are minimal unless you make them maximal or maximum. In other words, right now, I tested it this morning. For my music, I just streamed YouTube, or scratch that, wrong. I streamed Pandora music, which I listen to frequently, over my smartphone. Great. I mean, it's got a good speaker. Now, it's not the best, you know, 5,000 watt speaker in the world, but it's okay. You know what I mean? And when I go boondocking, dry camping, or whatever, dispersed camping, I'm not there to listen to music anyway. Okay, I just do that at the moments that I'm inside, and you know, I just want to hear some music. Okay, but you can do that over your smartphone as long as, well, you don't even have to have a internet connection now with Pandora, because it somehow downloads the stuff and you can just play it offline, or offline. Anyway, if you have their $5 a month service, which I do, I got it here a month ago. So, and as to TV, etc., for those of you that are just TV addicts, which I am definitely not, you can watch it all. Everything you want to watch, you can watch on your smartphone. Or if you have a Wi-Fi, or excuse me, a Wi-Fi or internet connection, and your phone is a hotspot enabled, you can watch movies on YouTube and everything on your smartphone or your Chromebook. You do not need a TV. So when I go dry camping, will I take my TV? Yeah, I'll have it in the storage in the front, because if I pull into, I may decide to stay somewhere by the month, and if I do that, then, you know, I'll put the TV up. Okay, I've got a little 19-inch 12-volt TV, but, you know, I've got a 2-burner propane stove, stove, no oven, no microwave oven. I've got a propane-only hot water heater. It's not electric. And I have to tell you, the reason I did all that is for one reason, because when I want to be comfortable off-grid. Okay, I don't want to have to worry about some major electric draws. Now, that's just me. For you guys, for other people, you know, they want a great sound system, and you know, they want to, you know, have their music outside. They not only want to hear it, they want you to hear it 5 miles away. Okay, and yeah, and that's what causes some friction at some of the boondocking sites, as in quartzsite, etc., because a lot of people are there to enjoy the quiet and peaceful harmony of natural things, and it gets disrupted by a lot of noisy stuff, like for one, those off-road vehicles, you know, but that's, you know, different strokes for different folks. I'm not against it. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. I do whatever the hell I want to do. But if you keep your power needs minimal, like for me, I'll be running a CF18 Dometic refrigerator. I'll be running a Max Air fan. That's the two things you got to have if you're going to be boondocking: a fan and a refrigerator, at least in my opinion. Comes in very handy. The 12-volt Dometic CF18 just sips electricity, and I can run it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, using my ZAMP portable solar 120-watt solar panels and a 120 amp hour AGM deep cycle battery. And then of course I also have a 75 amp hour battery at the RV for running any lights, or the 12-volt pump to take a shower if I choose to. And also the RV battery will be running the Max Air fan, and I'll keep it charged with the same solar system. Now I have been, and I know everybody else has too, you've seen guys come up in RVs, the whole rooftop is covered with solar panels. Okay, I've seen it. And you know, I ask myself, what the hell are they running in there? You know, I mean, but of course, again, I'll probably get some flack back on this, but again, I'm just talking about from my perspective. I'm 72 years old. I don't watch sports. I'm not addicted to TV at all. There are none, zero, zilch favorite programs that I'm going to watch on TV. And so I'm kind of out on the edge anyway. So for me to go boondocking is natural almost. So what else is happening in the world? Let me finish up on this. So whenever you go off-grid, just remember that, you know, the more you want to power, the more stuff you're going to have. I mean, you're going to have a solar system from hell to run all that stuff, because solar, you know, all it does is charge batteries. Okay, and so, you know, next thing you know, you've got 6 solar panels and a set of 6 batteries and a controller from hell. And you know, you got to keep up with all that stuff. And let me tell you, those batteries are heavy, heavy, heavy. I think my battery weighs about 60 pounds, and it's 120 amp hour. Now, a lot of people go with the 6-volt golf cart batteries, which, you know, I thought about doing, but this works. Okay, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But just a quick suggestion, you know, for those guys that are thinking about going dispersed camping, boondocking, dry camping, or whatever, and they're just looking at that option, my recommendation is this: if you keep your power needs minimal, you know, lighting is not a problem. I promise you. You can get little solar lights you set out during the day, and they charge, and they'll run plenty of time on the inside. You can get some little cheapo battery operated lights. I've got a few of those that some people sent me, and that's more than enough, And all the lighting inside my RV is LED anyway, and it draws virtually no power. So, you know, lighting is not a problem. Charging your laptop and your cell phone is not a problem, because you can charge your laptop and your cell phone while you're driving or from your vehicle. All right, and I do. Now, of course, you know, I move, you know, at least once a week or more, and I'm going to try to stay longer. But I mean, that's been my pattern. And you know, so again, if you just use the sources that are available, you know, the car and the vehicles are great, because I've got 3 12-volt outlets in my vehicle, 3 cigarette lighter outlets. I've got 1, 2, 3 USB ports, and so I've got plenty of stuff, you know, to keep stuff charged. So those little things like that. So again, the illusion is that you need a lot of power, and I found out I didn't when I got into the solar when I went camping. Well, first of all, I'd been camping in a Prius for about 5 years, and you know, going for a few weeks at a time, off and on, and that kind of brought me down to earth on how little you really need. I think I went too far, though. I kind of over-littled it, so to speak, for me. And Then I moved up to the pickup, the Ram pickup with the Lear camper top on it, and that was a good move up. And that was close. And with the solar and getting rid of the refrigerator and getting the Dometic CF18 12-volt refrigerator and the O2 10-inch 12-volt fan, also runs on batteries or 110. But yeah, that worked great. However, howsoever, I couldn't stand up. I'm 72 years old, and crawling around on my knees was not the greatest thing I ever came up with. And so that's why I got the very inexpensive Coachman Clipper Cadet CF18 16 footer that I've got now, and it's working out perfectly. It has nothing. It's got a 110 only refrigerator that I will not use when I'm dry camping or boondocking. I will not. I'll use the Dometic only, and the Dometic refrigerator can be used as a freezer only or a refrigerator only, but not both at the same time. But that's not a problem with me. I can keep about 4 or 5 days worth of stuff in there, and I'm good to go. So the point of this video is what? Take a hard look at what you want to run and why you want to do it. You know, why do I need this power thing? Why do I need a microwave? Do I need a microwave? You know, do I need a 52-inch TV inside and outside and in the bedroom? You know, do I need 5 laptops? But now, if you got a family out there, that's a whole different ballgame. I'm just talking about me, a single old man, cruising around and trying to enjoy the beauty of the outdoors. You know what I mean? So, having said all that, this is Thanksgiving Day, and I'm going to have, let's see, there's breakfast, dinner, and supper when I grew up. Now it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Does that confuse me? Yeah, it confuses me a lot, because when somebody says, let's have dinner, I'm going somewhere at 12 noon, and they're not going anywhere till 5 or 6 p.m., so we kind of miss. And brunch is, you know, that's somewhere in outer space for me. But this is Burnet, Texas, out on Highway 29, and I'm just going to cruise for a minute because I don't think anybody's going to be at the restaurant because I'm early, which is normal. Anyway. Do I say anyway a lot? Yes. Anyway. Why do I say that? Because that's the kind of guy I am. Period. End of discussion. But, you know, check out your power needs, man. I guarantee you, man, I'm so amazed at how simple it is. I mean, and how much we can complicate our life by adding stuff that we don't need. I wish I hadn't got that 12-inch TV. Or 19, whatever. But anyway, the reason I did was, it was one of those little snatch and grab things at Walmart. They had a little aisleway setup thing, and they had a RCA 19-inch 12-volt TV on sale for 88 bucks. And I thought, well, whoop-de-doo. You know, that might just work out perfect. So my little hand just reached right out there and grabbed it and put it in my basket. It weighs about 3 pounds, virtually nothing. Got a good picture, 780p, not the greatest thing in the world. 60 megahertz refresh rate, or whatever that means, and it's great. Run on 12 volt or 110. Easy peasy. So having said that, we're cruising into Burnet. It's actually Burnet, darn it, can't you learn it? It's spelled B-U-R-N-E-T. What time is it right now? 9:57. So I am early bird. I am early. And I don't see any cars that belong to any of my kinfolk. It says they're open. Well, yeah, they're open for they have a breakfast buffet first, and then they move all that off and set up for the Thanksgiving buffet. And it's like, well, with tax and everything, it's like 18 bucks a plate, all you can eat. You know, that's in Texas, that's a little high actually, but, or in this part of Texas, because, you know, people don't spend that much eating out. But I remember watching the Johnny Carson show one time, and they asked him if there was any place in New York that 2 people could go eat and get out for under 100 bucks. And he said he'd never heard of any. And I thought, are you kidding me? $100? but maybe that's the way it is in New York. So anyway, I'm just cruising here, guys, just cruising, killing time, burning daylight, so to speak. A burning white sun, a cry for water, black wings circle the sky, stumbling and falling, somebody's calling, I'm lost on the desert to die. I've actually had that feeling out in West Texas. I went walking one time on the Terlingua Ranch, and I was living there. I lived there for 2 years or so, off and on, maybe more than that. And anyway, I was walking and walking and walking. I mean, I got into those walking modes where sometimes I'd walk for 4 or 5 hours. You know, I'd just go and go and go. Had my little walking stick, no dog, just me, and away I'd go. And you know, I thought, well, you know, since it's so flat and level, you know, you could find your way back real easy. And anyway, I got winding around in what was called, or is called, the Christmas Mountains. And what happens is, they're not, well, they're kind of mountains, I guess. They get up about 3,000 feet or so. So you can wind around there, I find out, and get turned around. Did I? Yep. Did it get my attention? You bet it did. Because I had taken 1 quart of water with me, and out there in the desert, under a burning white sun, I can assure you that that will not last you very long, okay? I'm going to pull up here and park right here. Why am I going to park here, Rusty? Because there's the entrance right there, and no one will park in front of me, and that means when we get through eating, I'll be able to get out of here, okay? So, from Central Texas, USA, this is Rusty, having given you all the information you need, all the possible knowledge you need about how to use power off-grid or dry camping. There is nothing else that can be thought of related to this topic that I did not touch on, I can assure you. It was every possible thing related to solar power and generators that anyone going camping would want to know. Is that true? No, not even close. I just touched on the fringe, okay? And having touched on the fringe, you guys, hey you guys, what was that on Sesame Street? The little girl with the girl would start off with, hey you guys. I thought that was good. And what else? The restaurant here is called the Highlander Restaurant, and been open for years, and it's a neat place. And so I'll just sit here like a little bird in a nest and wait for my boys to show up, and then we'll have Thanksgiving lunch. So anyway, guys, y'all enjoy your day, and I'll enjoy mine. Thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, bye USA, made when you can. Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day will not hurt you. Actually, it's good for you. It'll help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and what else? It'll help you lose weight. If you're full of water, you're not going to want to eat much or anything. And then what else? Take deep breaths, breathe in through your nose, real deep, and hold it for a few seconds, and then breathe out through your mouth. Why? Because that relieves stress, and relieving stress does what? It lowers your blood pressure, and lowering your blood pressure is good for you. I promise you that. And anyway, basically just keep your health. Here I'm talking about keeping my health, and I'm fixing to go into this restaurant in just a minute and pig out. I guarantee you. But anyway, enjoy your days, guys. From Central Texas, USA. Adios.